look at this. Look at this. What? Oh my god. I guess I never really gave too much thought as to what Schnoz would look like if he was made flesh, but this is just disturbing, which I guess disturbing is kind of in line with Schnoz and Berserk, but this is something I never expected to see. This is cursed. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, just look at his toes, and then I'm sitting here thinking, why am I looking at Schnoz's toes? It's something that's going to haunt my dreams for the rest of my days, and I just have to share that with the rest of you. Okay, I just want to say right off the bat, for anybody new here, that I have never played Diablo. I am a gigantic fan of the Berserk manga series, and I tend to cover new chapters. I did the Monster Manual series, and whenever new information or new announcements of Berserk comes up, I tend to cover them, and so that's why I'm doing this video. As far as Diablo goes, I can't give any criticisms about the game itself because I have not played it. I do have a couple of friends that have played it, though. I sent them the image of Schnoz, and I have yet to get their full reactions back, so I don't know. But Diablo 4 and Diablo Immortal, which I guess is like the online mobile game version, they are doing a collaboration with Berserk. And for any Diablo fans that don't know, Berserk is a very famous dark fantasy manga series that's been ongoing for 36 years, as long as I've been alive. The original author, Kentaro Miura, sadly passed away about 4 years ago. And oddly enough, I guess the launch of this is on May 6th of this year. And May 6th is the day that Kentaro Miura passed away back in 2021. Now, I would like to think, I don't know, but I would like to think that the reason that they chose that date is to honor Kentaro Miura and his legacy and his characters and the design and the world that he created. If it is a coincidence and nobody looked into it and nobody realized that that was the actual day that Miura passed, that would be terrible. I'm hoping and praying that they're doing that deliberately in a way to honor him. But I could be wrong. Now, they also released a couple of animated trailers for this collaboration, which might be the best thing to come out of it. I'll show a couple of clips here. Obviously, I can't show the entire thing, but I'll link the trailers down below. And I think they did a really good job with the animation. It has its own particular style that looks really cool. You get to see one of the Diablo characters in the Berserker armor. For the Diablo Immortal one, you get to see the eclipse happening, and you get to see Zod show up. So all of this looks really cool, and it's animated way better than the Berserk 2016 anime. And I get that it's only a minute and a half of footage, so but still. Now, before I scroll through this, I'm going to give you guys my kind of general thoughts here. When it comes to a Berserk collaboration with a known popular video game title, overall, I am kind of 50-50 on it. On the one hand, I think it could be good because it shows that Berserk is still within the consciousness of, you know, people and fans out there, and people want to see the Berserk aesthetic added to video games. Berserk itself has had 3 video games in its history. I just did a review of the Dreamcast Sword of the Berserk game, if you guys want to check that out. But on the positive end here, I think it could be good in the sense that it's like showing that Berserk is still here. It's still relevant. It's still something that people want. Maybe if there's enough popularity or, you know, enough momentum here, it could lead them to think like, hey, look, enough people like Berserk. Why don't you just make a Berserk game? But on the negative side, I mean, I do kind of get tired of, you know, the Fortnite effect of just having different skins and, you know, characters kind of show up in games that don't really make any sense being together. I'm assuming it makes sense in Diablo because I do believe that Diablo is about, you know, demons and it's a dark fantasy world and all of that stuff. I haven't played it. But that's kind of the vibe that I get from it. So it makes sense in that way. But at the same time, you know, you kind of wish that Berserk kind of had its own thing. But if this kind of leads into people being more open and accepting and, you know, craving that Berserk content, then, you know, maybe it'll lead towards something positive. You know, I always think something good can come out of it. And I also think that maybe it can bring aboard new fans or, you know, people that would love the series that aren't exactly very aware of it at this point. Maybe it could actually lead them to becoming fans, which is always a good thing. So there's definitely good stuff that can come out of it. But as far as the announcement here, let's see. Straight from the pages of Kentaro Miura's beloved dark fantasy, the threads of armor of iconic characters from Berserk can soon be yours, which is, I assume, just what it's going to be. You're just going to have different skins of, various Berserk characters or different armor that you can wear. Let's see its synopsis for Berserk. Let's see how good it is. Set in a medieval dark fantasy world, Berserk centers around themes of betrayal, revenge, sacrifice, and monstrous power. I mean, that's mostly correct. Celebrate Berserk with a limited time cosmetics, that you can earn and collect so that your characters can walk in the footsteps of the legendary figures, don relics of war, symbols of ambition, echoes of vengeance, wear them and become part of the legend. So yeah, it's like, get some Berserk attire. Looks here, you get the brand of sacrifice, which is not something that you want to have, but it looks cool. The Griffith one, I don't really understand. It's just kind of Griffith's helmet and shackles. I don't know what that is supposed to be. The thing right next to him, I don't know. And this is Skull Knight's shield. And then the iconic armor here, the different armor sets that you can get. I get what they chose. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, the Berserker armor for a barbarian. I don't play Diablo, but I play D&D, Dungeons & Dragons, and the Berserker armor is exactly what you would want for a barbarian, at least as far as that goes. So if it's anything similar, that makes perfect sense. For a rogue, Griffith's armor, that also makes sense. And, you want to use the most iconic characters. So, Guts and Griffith makes sense. And look, personally, design-wise, I like the Black Swordsman armor more than the Berserker armor. Obviously, the Berserker armor is cooler and more effective in terms of its magical properties. Also extremely dangerous and terrible for the user. I don't think that'll be incorporated in the game though. But as far as this one goes, maybe they should have done something a little different. Maybe given you Casca's armor or, Farnese's armor when she's in the Holy Iron Chain Knights, just to make it a little bit different. You have two different variations of Guts' armor, which I get it. Guts is the main character, but I don't know. I feel like maybe they should have done a little bit more variety and done, Casca's armor or Farnese's armor or, even like Serpico or somebody just somebody different, Corcus. I don't know. And then this one makes perfect sense. Necromancer, the Skull Knight armor. I mean, that is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Like, just being able to play as Skull Knight at any point in time is going to be awesome. So this would probably be the one that I would go with. And then pet bundles. So apparently you get to have pets in Diablo, and this haunting, disturbing, cursed image of Schnoz. Anybody that doesn't know who Schnoz is, first of all, okay, let's just take a step back. Let's take a giant step back here. Schnoz is popular enough that in the brief collaboration with Diablo that only gives you 2 options for pets, you get Schnoz. Schnoz is featured in 1 chapter for 1 moment, and he has become one of the most iconic images of the entire manga. And the fact that the whoever's in charge understands that, recognizes that, and makes Schnoz available for this game is just insane. All the other things you could have done. I mean, there's tons of animals in the series. There's Puck. There's so many things. But no, it's like, we're doing Schnoz and we're making it and it even says Schnoz. Like, this is a fan term. This is like, but officially it's Schnoz. I guess officially it's actually the Chimoroyo, but who cares? It's Schnoz. Anyways, that's the thing I find most interesting. And then, of course, the horse here. But this is not... They could have done Skull Knight's horse. This is just a regular horse. Skull Knight's horse is what's badass, But no, just a regular horse. I don't know. Twitch drops, a couple more bits of information here. I'll link this page down below for you guys to check out for yourselves. But I just wanted to comment on this because I thought it was interesting. I'm sure this is nothing special. It's pretty much just playing as different skins of characters. But I mean, if you get advantages with the armor, you get to look like Skull Knight. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. But overall, all things being equal, I would rather Berserk just get its own game. But maybe this is a step in the right direction. Maybe this will showcase some kind of popularity to the series that will bring attention back to it. Or maybe it'll just be a fun extra thing if you're a big Diablo fan. But as far as I'm concerned, I'll wait and see what the reception is from people that play the game. I have a couple of friends that play it, like I said. I'll see what they say and think about it. Really, I think the coolest thing to come out of it is the animated trailer. So go check that out for a little Berserk action. But besides that, Yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you play Diablo, if you don't, what do you think about this? Do you think it's too much of like the Fortnite effect where it's like, oh, let's just bring characters from different universes and different pieces of media into one game and it's like, I don't know. I understand both sides of it, but let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks as always for watching, guys. I did just review the Berserk Dreamcast game, Sword of the Berserk. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and check that out. I'll link it down below. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.